Well, Gary, it's a bit of deja vu from just 3 weeks ago here at Hyde United. This time exiting the FA Cup, a 2-0 defeat this afternoon. Just your thoughts on that one?
Poor, if I'm honest. I didn't think we could probably still be playing now, without doing this interview and still not have scored. And I think that's the type of game it was. I just don't think and I've just said to them in there, we take all the positives and the momentum from the last couple of games, and then mainly the football we played on Tuesday and try and bring it in today, and it's black and white and it's chalk and cheese, and it just wasn't there today, and really frustrating to first half as I was watching, and then second half to play in, and no, I think we didn't deserve anything today, and that's the honest opinion. I just think football is the level you play at, as we just said in there, it's decided on your decision making, and I think not consistently enough. We have players making the right decisions, whether it be at the back, whether it be in midfield, whether it be at the front. We just don't consistently make the right decisions, and unfortunately it topples over into inconsistent performances, and that's where we're at. Unfortunately, that's where we've been at for a long time, and that's why we've probably finished where we have over the years. We're just not consistently there, and that's the most frustrating thing for me. And no, I'm really disappointed to go out the FA Cup. I wanted a good run in that this year, but no, to end at the second hurdle, as you say, is really disappointing.
Yeah, and the theme, again, it remained relevant this afternoon, was the man of the goals once again, both of them being Paul. The first one an unfortunate own goal, and then the second one just switched off from a quick free kick.
Yeah, it's just decision making, communication, all those things you can label at both of those goals. We just seemed, we went at the races both with our in possession stuff and our out of possession stuff. The first goal is a lack of communication, an own goal. You could probably be avoided, have to see it again. And the second goal was, I'll have to watch it again. I think they won a free kick, debatable free kick, but nonetheless, we should react to it, and they're in on goal and scored a second goal from it. So no, really disappointing, and as I said, we huffed and puffed from there. Got the ball into Matty quite a bit, and looked at that as our main threat, but we just couldn't get the bodies in and around him to cause any problems. We had a few chances. Jake Charles had a decent chance. If that goes in, things might have been different, but as I just said, I don't think we would have probably deserved anything from today, and if I'm honest, the team who won the game deserved to win the game.
Yeah, and as well, in terms of the other goalkeeper for Hyde there, in terms of what he had to do save-wise, it wasn't a lot. Probably says a lot when the best save he's probably had to produce was from Connor Smith right in stroke at half-time. Yeah,
and then that's exactly it. We haven't troubled him. We've played a few shapes today to try and score goals, to try and nullify their threats. And it's just, I'm really disappointed today. I think it's a game that was there for the taking. We had a little bit to owe them on the back of the result here a couple of weeks ago, but coming into it in the confidence we did, and in the momentum that we had coming into it, to put in the performance that we did, I'm really disappointed, and we need a good reaction now going into a tough game on Tuesday.
Yeah, and for yourself as well, I'm sure you weren't intending to come on during the match, but unfortunately it was Frankie Wynn had to make away at half-time with a hamstring problem. Do you know much about that one in terms of how the severity of that one?
No, I'm hoping we've got it early. He came over just before half-time and said it was a little bit tight, and as soon as he said that, my mind was made up. But I don't want to play like I'm old. I want to manage the football club. I don't want to be out there playing and doing that, and I've just told them the same thing. And I've just said I don't even know what my best team is, and that's how inconsistent we've been. I come up against other teams who I know they've played the same team over and over throughout the season, but I think the inconsistencies we've shown throughout the season, and the changes I've had to make through injuries and stuff like that, I genuinely don't know what my best team is, and that's something that I need to get sorted sooner rather than later, because that's on them, and we've put that to them. It's on them to win a shirt and to keep that shirt, and that's a challenge to them now going forward.
Yeah, and plenty to ponder in terms of your team selection going into that game against Gainsborough on Tuesday night.
Yeah, we'll have to round up the injured lads first and foremost and see who's actually available. And yeah, we'll go. We've had a you know, I'm content with the start we've had in the league. You know, we're mid-table. We've you know, only lost a couple of games. We've won a couple of games, so we're right in there. And it's a really tight league, as you know. So no, we won't let this result distract us too much. Of course, we're disappointed in today, but we won't let it you know, detract from the decent start we've had in the league so far. So no, we'll you know, hope to take the recent league form into Gainsborough, which is obviously be a tough game. It's always a tough game at Gainsborough, and they've had a good result today in the FA Cup as well. So they'll be buoyed by that and have confidence from that. But you know how this league is. You know, everyone beats everyone in this league, and we'll be hoping to go there and cause Gainsborough some problems on the day.
Thank you very much, Gary.
Thank you.